Hello YouTube, Reddit Math here, and welcome back to Dark Souls 3. We find ourselves back in the Irithyll dungeon, and I've cut ahead of the room with all of the jailers patrolling in it, largely because dealing with them requires like hit-and-run tactics and running in and running back out of the room that I didn't feel like would be all that exciting to watch for like the 10th time, but with our newfound jailer keys, I did want to revisit this spot. Yes, the key ring. Awesome. Now, oh, please go away. I couldn't bring up my shield there. Alright, not an enemy. I didn't expect it to be one. Now, this looks like a witch. I wonder...
Oh, there you are. I thought you'd all but forgotten me. How sweet. Good to know that a skinny little heretic can still turn heads.
Forgotten you? Why would I have known you?
Oh, you're not one of them, are you? Accept my apologies for mistaking you for one of those leeches. So, what business have you here? This is a land of monstrosities, and I am no exception.
Well, I mean, I'm a pretty helpful guy.
You're here to save me. But I'm guilty. A wretched child of the abyss. Is that something you can forgive?
Oh, that's interesting. I can't help but notice some immediate similarities to Beatrice, who in Dark Souls 1 did go into the Abyss, and she then purports to be a child of the Abyss. She thought I was one of those leeches. Is that what the jailers are doing? Are they draining my strength from me? Not just hurting me, but leeching something from me? She admits to her guilt. Oh, man. I hope I don't regret this later.
Oh, really? You are no ordinary man. Very well. Besides, I've grown tired of imprisonment. I am Carla, and I accept your proposal.
Oh. I imagine we're going to have some new guests back in Firelink Shrine. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, through the power of editing, I am going to pick back up on the other side of a jump cut. Alright, and here we are at the first of many doors I was unable to unlock. Before I actually do this, though, I got a couple of cool drops in between then and now, and I want to look at those real quick. So, first of all, the gargoyle dropped the gargoyle flame spear, a stone torch spear wielded by gargoyles of the profane capital. The profane flame, which never goes out, imbued this weapon with a fire attack. Skill: kindled charge, hold at waist and charge at foe, use momentum to transition to a fiery strong attack. Alright, and maybe even more exciting, the jailers, or at least that's what I've been referring to them as this entire time, they actually drop the aristocrat's mask. Mask worn by jailers of Irithyll Dungeon. Noblemen delighted in its plump features. The jailers were among the few survivors inhabiting the profane capital, later serving under Pontiff Sulivan. Perhaps the screams emanating from the cells helped them forget their old home. Ooh, that is quite disturbing, actually. So not originally inhabitants of Irithyll, instead coming from the profane capital, which is right next door. Forget their old home. So the screams of those held inside the Irithyll dungeon could somehow be a comfort. Like, it's not as bad as what they just came from. That's very disturbing. I start to wonder what may lay ahead of us here. Also, one thing I only just noticed after picking up the item, this kind of caged enemy that we've encountered numerous times before, but this example of it actually appears to be wearing those same masks. Now, we can see their legs and arms, and clearly they don't have the same full regalia as the jailers themselves. But we actually see quite a few examples of that aristocrat's mask, like sitting on chairs throughout. I wonder what it might hide underneath it. And again, the jailer's keyring does indeed open this, as to be expected. Prisoner Chief's Ashes. Ooh, that was unexpected. Shrine Handmaid prepares new items. Umbral Ash of the Prisoner Chief of the Catacombs? Huh. With this, the Shrine Handmaid will prepare new items. The Prisoner Chief used his clout to hoard all manner of things, but died without putting them to use. Is that just an excuse for, like, we're about to give you a bunch of stuff that doesn't really have anything connecting it to each other? I also find it really weird that it opens from both sides. I wonder if there's a reason for that. It doesn't appear to be. There's not really much we would skip by being able to run through here. Like, there's two of those little caged guys, and that's really about it. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and run back here, and we'll warp to Firelink Shrine. Oh yeah, these guys must have come out of their cell. One thing I've got to thinking as reflecting on our newfound friend Carla, we've got a couple of pyromancy tomes that had alluded to needing a female pyromancer to teach us what was contained within them, and we haven't had that. I wonder if Carla is going to fill that role for us here. We've also got Logan's scroll we need to turn in while we're back. So we do have a few things to do here in Firelink, and then after that, we need to get back to the profaned capital. More seeking Sigurd is in our near future. I didn't expect her to be up top, really. More likely that she has joined our other trainers down below. Now, let's see here. Let's start with the sure thing, which is likely to be that Logan's scroll can be turned in here.
Back again, I see. I suppose this means you're after sorceries. Oh my. You've made quite the discovery. This is a scroll of the prodigious Big Hat Logan, a masterful sorcerer, long missed in Vinheim. And now we have his scroll, right here in my very hands.
Logan certainly seemed to be quite divisive. In his own time, he was certainly regarded as a powerful sorcerer, but at the same time, quite a bit eccentric, going on journeys instead of staying behind to study at the School of Vinheim. But then several items in Dark Souls 3 have led us to believe that those traditions then get adopted by the rest of the school, and that, you know, every sorcerer of Vinheim then starts going on adventures as part of their studies. Oh my. So what did that unlock? Certainly homing soul mass, soul spear, maybe soul greatsword. Yeah, I would say those three were not there before. Maybe even Fair and Hail, except like it seems odd. Nah, I think that's been there before. Alright, so homing soul mass. Sorcery developed by Big Hat Logan. Sure. The great sorcerer who left the Dragon School in an age-long past. His sorcery may offer a clue as to what Logan sought, but further investigation suggests its attraction to living things mirrors the nature of the dark. Okay, the spear boasts superior penetrating power. Try saying that 10 times real fast. And is testament to Logan's strength in battle, comma. Logan's strength in battle, comma. Alright, maybe that's always been there. Did we develop by the Big Hat Logan? So I'm just looking for anything else that might have that at the start. Not really finding it. So was it just those two? Just homing soul mass and soul spear? Maybe. I mean, I'll be honest with you. If you're doing sorcery, those are
Come again.
probably two of the spells you really do want to have, unless there happen to be crystal versions that are improved. They're usually kind of top of the heap. No. Let's check the other side then. Yoo-hoo, Carla. No? Very strange. Oh, she tucked herself in here. I was about to say, very strange that, like, this side did not come nearly as occupied as the other. I got them down there, but nobody else seems to want to associate with them. I wonder if, I wonder if something is to be said for that, like, the good guys, as it were, end up over here, and the bad guys, or like the darker NPCs, come over to this side.
Ah, there you are. As I said, I am Carla, and am grateful to you. Now, what shall we do? The only thing that might interest you is my sorcery. Although my dark arts are a detestable sort. That wouldn't interest you, would it?
Ooh. First of all, could we maybe talk about the thumb in the room? That's kind of creeping me out, Carla.
You're a wicked one, aren't you? Very well. Humans are of the dark, and you are no different. Some may avert their eyes, but the truth remains the truth. Be careful, though. Few humans are privy to this knowledge. Let it be a secret, kept between you and I.
Oh, yay. Huh. That's interesting. The fact that you had to tell her yes multiple times, that she gave you that, like, are you really sure about this? Makes me wonder if she has some impact on other NPCs, like they don't like her here, or you somehow cut off some NPC quest line by bringing her to Firelink. So, to start with, she sells Affinity. Speaking of homing soul mass, man, 32 int though, and Dark Edge, 30 int. Yeah, we don't have the moxie for that. A forbidden dark sorcery casts a dark manifestation of humanity. It appears to be an expression of envy, or perhaps love towards another, that will tenaciously pursue its target. Even if, like so many human desires, it amounts to nothing but misfortune. Alright, pursuers it is then. And Dark Edge, man, the art on that image looks really cool to me. Not just the black blade, but even the scroll beneath it. A forbidden dark sorcery strikes with blade formed of humanity's darkness. Passed from mother to daughter, this blade was intended for both protection and as a means of taking one's own life. The young girl never swung it more than once. Whoa. Certainly the descriptions have gotten fairly dark, as well as the sorceries. Ah, okay. That's weird. She teaches sorceries, but she takes our two pyromancy tomes. I wonder if she would have taken Logan's scroll. Wish I would have talked to her first, even if not giving it to her. It would have been interesting to know if she could take it. Okay, well, we'll start with the Grave Warden pyromancy tome, which no, we won't.
Do stay safe.
Yep. I want to check something.
Ah, there I am.
Yep. So Cornix rejected this.
I'm afraid I cannot accept this. This pyromancy tome is dark and delves into the depths of men where an untouchable flame resides. I cannot comprehend this myself, let alone teach it to you. It is a spell forbidden in the Great Swamp, and nearly everywhere else too. Only one terribly afflicted or burdened by deep sorrow could begin to understand this.
You don't say. And Quilana's?
Ah, what have we here? By the gods, this inscription reads, Quelana, the ancient deity, one of the witches of Izalith. The last of them who wandered the lands. Then she must have returned to Izalith after all. But I regret to say, I cannot accept this. Quelana's pyromancies are for witches and must be learned from a mistress. But thank you for allowing me to peer upon such a thing. If only I were a woman. Huh. Do not be gone for long.
Okay.
What is it?
I just wanted to get those lines of dialogue again so that they were fresh in the mind. And now...
Yes.
We'll start with the Grave Wardens, which wasn't barred due to his sex, but rather because of how dark it was.
Oh, a pyromancy tome, have we? And one that resonates with the dark. Yes, well suited to me. Very well. If this is your wish, I will unravel the thing the best I can. Besides, it will be nice to play master for once.
It will be nice to play master for once. That I find very interesting. All right, black flame, black fire orb. Also, just note the costs on these things. 15,000, 8,000, 10, and 10. We're getting into some very late game items to be sure. Of course, I don't have the int and faith for these kinds of pyromancies. They're a little beyond me. Black Flame is a pyromancy discovered by Grave Wardens after High Lord Wolnir fell to the Abyss. Creates a giant black flame in hand. Black flames born from the Abyss bear no shadow. They are said to be the impenetrable fires of humanity. And Black Fire Orb hurls a black fireball. The black flame inflicts dark damage, striking targets with weighty force.
Oh, another pyromancy tome, have we? Quelana, Witch of Izalith. Well, this is a fascinating pyromancy. I may be a heretical sorcerer, but you bring me nothing but pyromancies. Fiendish little lad, you.
Was she objecting to that? The idea that I haven't brought her any sorcery scrolls. That's interesting. Again, if only I'd held on to Logan's scroll for a second longer. I got ahead of myself, it looks like. Okay, and from here we get Fire Whip, Firestorm, and Rapport. These aren't so high level, just requiring a female master, it looks like. Although 10,000, 15,000, 7,000. The int requirements may not be so high, but yeesh. I also kind of question things like 8 faith. I'm sure there are some classes that don't start with 8 faith. I'm not sure what they are. Primal pyromancy taught by Quelana, daughter of the Witch of Izalith, sweeps foes with a fire whip. The caster manipulates the flames at will, making this an extremely difficult spell to use. Pyromancy is at once the knowledge of controlling flame and the knowledge that control is impossible. Firestorm, a primal pyromancy taught by Quelana, daughter of the Witch of Izalith, surrounds the caster with multiple pillars of flame. The raging storm is indiscriminate, such as the intrinsic horror of the flame. And Rapport advanced pyromancy of Quelana, a daughter of the Witch of Izalith, charms the enemy, making them a temporary ally. The living are lured by flame, and this tendency is elemental to the art of pyromancy. I find it most interesting that this is an advanced pyromancy, and then these two are primal pyromancies. Huh. Okay. What else do you have to tell us?
There is one thing that you should know. There is a darkness within man, and I am afraid you will peer into it. Whether the fear will spark self-reflection or a ruinous nostalgia is up to you entirely. Fear not. Your choice will bring you no scorn.
Is the abyss going to peer back? Is that what we're worried about here?
There is one thing that there is a dark... Whether the fear will... is up... Fear?
Self-reflection or ruinous nostalgia?
Do stay safe.
I'll try. Carla, you are an interesting one. With 19,000, we also need to turn in an ash.
Ah, well, how may I... Gracious. Passing, let this... I only hope these new...
Yeah, it's not always new dialogue, only with some of the ashes. And what are we going to get here? I did actually pick up a couple of blooming moss clumps before I started recording. Just figure those are probably going to be of some use in our not-so-distant future. You know what? I might even pick up a couple more of those. We've been running into an awful lot of mimics lately. Not seeing anything new for us yet, though. Yeah, okay. So these were the ashes of a prisoner. Ah. Okay. Is that... We got Carla's armor set from that? Is that all? That's very strange to me. Hat of the Dark Witch Carla. Appointed hat is the signature of a heretical sorceress. Carla, however, always kept it close. Coat of the Dark Witch Carla. This stained coat is torn and odorous, telling of a long journey and even longer imprisonment. It would be madness to wear such a thing. Alright, and same description throughout. Huh. Okay, okay. And that would appear to be all that it gave.
Ashen One, be sure to bring more souls.
Yeah, I'll work on it. Next up, I guess we're heading back to the Profane Capital. More or less in the same direction I was heading the last time. Although, I'm hoping to make a jump that I didn't make. And considering the possibility that, you know, maybe that area of the dungeon that I'm trying to access could have been, like, up one floor. Also... You know what, I'm just going to spook my way down. Did I get to it by coming out through here? That was the way to it, right? Yeah, there was the item we gathered. Again, I'm assuming the reason some of those items are in view are to... Oh, is that a... Yeah. Hello, friend. Are to just give you knowledge of the fact that you have missed something. Alright, so last time I didn't go this way at all. Lured instead by a crystal lizard. Oh, come here, little crystal lizard. Don't you run from me. Twinkling. We see an item up ahead, but then also that crystal lizard. Okay, if I run at him from here, he's going to go into the hole, right? So let's try to avoid falling down and instead see if we can't tackle this on a second try. Yeah. Oh, wow. Downward slash miss. Oh, no, no, no. Don't you do it. Crystal lizard. Okay. Thankfully, he stopped to disappear before running off. I can hear things moving more or less all around me, actually. I wonder if we're hearing the enemies below us or something new and even more sinister. Got an item up there. Ah, and then this ledge. This is what I was talking about. I could see this hole from down there and the item atop these scaffoldings. And I could see how this works out if it can lead us somehow along there. Perhaps we find Sigurd on this path. Or, really? I just bought some of you. And at 1,000 souls a pop, they weren't cheap either. The other possibility, of course, is that I'm just simply missing something. That I do need to be going in that direction. Man, that looks so much bigger than what I feel like I've explored. Alright, I may end up back in the toxic swamp before I'm done here today. But at least for now, let's just check out what's over here. Alright, another hole in the ground. And just a rusted gold coin. Simply another leap to make. It looks like it would have led, into the same general area. Alright. Tad bit disappointed, in the sense that I was hoping to find like a more clear-cut way to go. But it looks like all paths lead over here. I tell you what. Let's do this. We'll jump down and try not to get ourselves toxic right away. Yeah, you guys spit at me. I don't love that. Alright, 1, 2 is enough to combo them. What I'm thinking we're doing down here is equipping blooming purple moss clumps first of all, but then let's take on the 3 hippo hand thingamajigs that are over this way, and see if defeating them perhaps gives us any other clues as to where we might be going. If not, then we're gonna meet the wonderful magic of editing again. But for right now, oh my, you didn't care at all about that. Okay, and fighting. Okay. Fighting such a large foe in such a narrow area is a little challenging on the camera sometimes. Now, yeah, was Spook. Okay, that's interesting. At least Spook. Whoa. That caught me? Really? That grabbed me? I really thought I got out of that. Alright. That is pretty cool, though, that Spook would actually allow you to not alert them, or at least not alert them right away. In the long run, what good did it do me? Maybe none at all. That was 400, not bad. The like moonlight greatsword kind of wave, not so useful really. Owie. Alright. I don't know if fighting 3 of you at a time is gonna prove a good idea for me. Okay. Definitely got an item. Definitely want to look at the item. Definitely don't have time to look at the item. Okay. Get rid of our toxic real quick. And, looks like these guys, they don't care at all about the toxic. They were born of the swamp. Made men by the swamp. Alright. More dung. Okay. At least we're able to get in here with, without getting the status effect. And 2 of them are going to be easier to fight than 3 were. Am I missing anything from in here? I don't feel like I really am. I'm pretty sure I've checked every wall and found nothing of value. The ceiling, except for a light over there, seems fairly uninteresting. Actually, it is weird that it's lit up over here. Obviously, there's a candle, but there's candles on this side too, and they appear to be having no effect. Alright, bring it. Alright, not bad. We're doing a little over 400 with a two-handed strike. Oh, don't like that idea. And roly-poly men. Got it. Really? 280. That buff is very significant then. It was like 281 without it. Yeesh. But as long as the magic buff persists, kind of surprised I didn't go grab there. We're getting closer to 300. That is, of course, with my Lloyd's ring activated so that I'm getting the bonus at max HP. Yep. Oh, get out of the way of that. Okay. And so close. Alright, and one of you is not really a challenge to fight at all. Yeah. You're not the first enemy to try to sit on me. Sadly, you probably won't be the last. Oh, I really thought I could get that off prior to him rolling. I was very wrong. Please be something besides dung. No. Just dung. Alright, well, at least one of them dropped a weapon. Eleonora? Huh. A strange weapon found among malformed inhabitants of the profane capital. Yeah, that was my initial thought too. That's really quite strange. The profane flame was triggered by the curse of these women, relatives of a certain oracle, but despite their culpability, they went on living without any cares. Skill is Feast Bell. Hold up the axe and wave it to emit a solemn chime to temporarily make weapons lacerating and to restore HP for each hit. Make weapons lacerating. So you don't even have to use it on this, or would it buff other like co-op characters you might have with you at the time? Huh. That's interesting. Who could the oracle that is spoken of there be? I wonder. Okay. Well, that did not give me any immediate clue as to where I should be going, which is a sad state of affairs. I need to be like right over here. Is that a ledge up above me? I wonder if it is. Alright, I tell you what. I'm going to do some running around on my own, and I will come back to you just as soon as I have some answers, guys.
All the things that you were told when you were little, waiting to get old. Forget them now, can you break your sacred vow? Don't ask me how with the shimmy, yeah, huh? Let's start all over, blank slate. Show you the world, it's yours for the fucking take. Now I wanna be a bitch, I know you got the scratch cause I got the itch. Excuse my French, I know it can be crass, but your mouth don't matter if you back it up with ass. Pleased to eat you, I forgot your name. When we're banging in the dark, the parts are all the same. Swallow early and often, never know when you'll end up in a coffin. Pussy Jake, flowing like a faithful, I got it in my name, bitch, you know I'm graceful.
Well, hello. Alright, that didn't take nearly as long as I thought it was going to, which, good news for me. Now, alright, if I missed that, it's no big deal, I just land right there. Ooh. Oh. That was a helping hand from Software. It kind of caught me and scooped me into here, even though I was a little short. Alright. Well, this is new and seems to be on the right path. Oh, yes, it is. Perfect. Sigurd, old buddy. Open or talk.
My liberation requires a key. But the key is outside. A riddle for the ages.
Sigurd seems to demonstrate a fundamental misunderstanding about how keys work.
You are a saint. Once again, you are my valiant savior. I, Siegfried of Katarina, express my deepest gratitude. Take this, a token of my thanks. Go on. It's all yours.
Ooh, Titanite slab. Now, we originally get Titanite slabs in Dark Souls 1 for completing like the entire quest line of Sigmar. I think that's an interesting echo. I wonder, is this it for Sigurd? Is this as far as we needed to take him?
No, please. Go on ahead. I've my own road to take, and a duty to fulfill. Very soon.
Yeah, he doesn't seem too interested in joining us.
No, and...
No, that's it. The covetous gold serpent ring. Why would we find that here in a cell with Sigurd? Just sort of an interesting choice of locations. A golden ring depicting a snake that could have been, but never was, a dragon. Fallen foes are more likely to drop items. Snakes are known as creatures of great avarice, devouring prey even larger than themselves by swallowing them whole. If one's shackles are cause for discontent, perhaps it is time for some old-fashioned greed. Oh, okay. I mean, it was just sort of found on a corpse in the same cell as Sigurd. But how did he get there in the first place? Huh. Interesting. Alright, let's get back to some new territory, shall we?
All the things that you were told when you were little waiting to get old. Guess what? It's all a lie. There's no big man waiting in the sky. Hate to disappoint my ardent fans, but you know Pussy J opinion in demand. That's why I party all the time. I'd rather be living cause life ain't a crime. The best form of revenge is living well, but either way, Pussy J going to hell. It don't really matter what you think anyway, cause how you know you're the only one with the say. Let's just pretend that you keep your mouth shut today, and we'll all go along on our merry way. Pussy J, she's patient as a spider, but if you cross her, you know she's a fighter. How many raps does it take to prove that I'm the hottest bitch with the finest groove? Billy Poppins, a Pussy J too. We're pro-choice, so you got to choose. How many raps does it take to prove that I'm the hottest bitch with the finest groove? Billy Poppins, a Pussy J too. We're pro-choice, so you got to choose.
Somebody should really feed that giant rat. He is way too hungry and will chase you for way too far. Alright, I think I have now exhausted everything from the other path, which means that this is now our way to go. Also, I'm somewhat vindicated to find the game does straight up lie to you. The jailer / aristocrats that you can see. Oh, that hurt. That you can see. Oh man, I gotta fight one of you on this with them doing that. That's terrible. Yep, that's not something I want to deal with. Okay, let's get back up here, maybe. So the jailers that you can see through the window when you're in the area with the giant, when you finally reach that area yourself, they're not there. They literally just fade into existence then behind you after you've passed by, so they don't drop down from anywhere. I find it kind of surprising when From Software does things like that. Another flame spear. As typically they hide enemies, you know, give you an opportunity to spot them somewhere, but no, honestly are great arrows. Okay, had those before. There's some spots on this bridge where the fireballs are stopped, others where they are not. And you know what? I wonder if we couldn't just drop down from anywhere. Yeah, there's a ledge. Which way do I want to go? Okay. Let's start with this way, as we can always turn back, as long as we keep our feet on solid ground. Plenty of bodies piled up in here. Plenty of treasure as well. Interesting. Who would keep corpses and gold in the same room? Maybe someone who assigns human lives as much value as they assign trinkets and baubles. And these are now jailers in white. That worked. That definitely worked. Oh my. You have some different tricks than the others. Okay. And there is a gargoyle behind me. Thankfully, he does not appear to have gotten very aggressive. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I guess maybe he was just standing there the whole time. And I can backstab you guys. I don't know why I haven't been trying to backstab them before. So concerned previously about their, like, curse effect. Handmaid's dagger. Not jailers anymore, huh? Handmaid's dagger. Dagger used by handmaids of the profane capital. Each successful attack replenishes a slight amount of FP. It is said that these women took pleasure in wounding others. Skill is blind spot. Used against a shielded foe to break through their guard by attacking from the side. Alright, so it's got kind of the Shotel strong attack effect, is my assumption there. And we're able to just sort of blindside him. Although, being made of stone, he doesn't seem to much care. Oh, cared about that. Yeah, he did. That'll do, Gargoyle. That'll do. Huh. The treasure room is interesting. The treasure room mixed with bodies, particularly. They even seem like... I mean, is the orange supposed to represent that they are hot? Like embered and burning, even to this day? You know, we are entering the profane capital with the profane flame. So perhaps... Did I whiff that? Or did it go through that enemy? I swear. Maybe until they take their hands down, they're immune to damage. Which might prevent you from, like, sniping from afar with arrows or something. That was interesting. Certainly, up close, not the Lord Vessel. Not even a passing resemblance to it. But just from afar, it was a bowl with fire in it. And, we got some statues down here holding it aloft. More gargoyles? Either of you guys gonna be alive? I wonder. Tell you what, let's run back up real quick. Oh, Boss Fog. Had not noticed you before. Had not noticed you before.
All the things that you were told when you were little, waiting to get old. Forget them now. Can you break your sacred vow? Don't ask me how.
Alright, and I think I can just, I probably wouldn't even take damage from all this, even without spook, but better safe than sorry. Ah, honestly, a great bow. Of course, gotta have something to match those arrows, right? A unique great bow handed down in an eastern land where tales are told of its use in slaying giant horned Oni. Drawing a bow of this size takes time and leaves the user vulnerable. Only specialized great arrows can be fired from the bow. Skill, puncturing arrow. Okay. Now... got an item out there, at least. I just want to be a little bit careful as I drop down. I just don't want to miss an item and, like, find myself one ledge too low and have to do all this over again. I think that's the only treasure for us here. Yep. Probably could have avoided that bit of fall damage had I done that in a slightly different way. Huh. And this is so far out because they want me to be able to see it, or because they want to ambush me when I grab it. Just a rusted coin. I guess so that I could see it from up top and would be encouraged to come down and check it out. But who knows? Who knows? Okay. I know I've got a boss fog coming up, and due to the length of this, we probably aren't going to do this boss fight. What we'll likely do... there's a lot more of you. What we'll likely do instead is just clear out everything else. Every time that happens, it still makes me jump. Okay. I was like, wait, what just growled? Yeah, that was a gargoyle. It's fine. It's fine. I'm over here. I know you don't have a head, but, like, you can still see, right? I think you can see. I don't have any reasons to suspect that you are blind. Like, you don't seem to operate like a blind enemy or anything. Kind of surprised that didn't hit me. Thankfully, spears are not much for swinging, and that was a straight thrust, but kind of looked like the handle of the spear went right through me. Why are there so many of you here? What are you gathered around those treasure chests? Why? Yeah, that did very little. Okay, well, like half of them came to play. Oh. Oh, more. Alright. Can't quite tell the difference between the long-range attack and the little flamethrower, it seems. It doesn't matter in the long run, though. Everybody dies to the steel. That was a really terrible backstab both times. Yep. Huh. I was going to say, why would they be standing around those treasure chests? Then again, just looking at the room that we're in, maybe this is a culture that paid reverence to treasure, or valued it above anything else. Who knows? Oh my god. Okay, don't stand in that. That will multi-hit quite a few times. I'm doing maybe the worst job of this ever. I feel like there's nothing on the line, though. That I've got 8 Estus flasks, and I'm intending probably to run back before even face the boss. Yeah. So interesting that Fog eventually always not worshipping treasure, worshipping mimics. Really? How very curious. I wonder if they knew they were mimics. That they were worshipping greed, perhaps. Great Shield of Glory. And rusted gold coins. Huh. Well, I'll tell you what. I think you guys have earned your retirement, and I'm going to just leave you here. Can't get up there, can I? Huh. Oh, even more. Can't really see the chain. This one might actually be a treasure chest. Yeah. Indeed it was. An ember. Huh. Any more treasure chests blending in to the outside? No? None that I'm seeing anyway. I was about to comment on the curious nature of fog walls. In Dark Souls 1, I'm assuming due to technical limitations, there were far more fog walls that just separated small areas from one another, so that, you know, they didn't have to load in. They weren't always bosses, and you would sort of traverse each one not knowing, and wondering whether or not you were about to face a boss, or all that tension that you had felt would just sort of dissipate as it just led into the next area. Tell you what, we're going to go ahead and cut it here on a little bit of a cliffhanger. Coming back next episode, of course, we'll have the boss to fight, and that may take up, depending on how many tries it takes, that may take up a majority of the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, feel free to subscribe. There's more videos on the channel every single day. Leave a like or a comment if you have anything to say about this or any of my other videos, and I will catch you guys next time.